Hello and welcome to Los Lost Boys, or better known by the cool kids as LLB. I'm Tyler the Collector, your point guard of the show, and my main man causing havoc in the is it the lane? I don't know about basketball reference. We got Corey.
Boo.
And Todd. Fuck it.
What's up? What am I?
You're that hot shot shooting guard, the slasher.
I don't like your sports references.
Shooting guard.
Sports.
Why can't I be like the 3-point guy, like Ray Allen or something?
Okay.
Tony Kukoc. He's a person, right?
Thanks. Thank you. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
How y'all doing?
Be Tony Kukoc.
I'm the Grant Hill of wrestling figure collecting.
What's that?
BP Dubs.
Why the Grant Hill? What's he do? He had cool shoes.
Well, no,
back in the day.
I'm not the Michael. You know, like when people say like I'm a Michael Jordan of something.
Yeah. But
Well,
Grant Hill
I'm not the best at it, but I'm damn good.
made a couple all-star teams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely had a shoe line. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah. One of the few jerseys I owned of a basketball player.
He's
Hill Pistons jersey.
Yeah, he's the dude I went out of my way to get his shoes.
That's crazy to think.
I don't get sports references.
I know. I was trying to tell him no sports, but
well, people know what basketball is.
Dude, I threw Ray Allen. That was like shot in the dark.
Todd got so lucky on that.
He played on the Celtics, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And like every other team, he was one of those guys that lingered around in the league for years.
Oh, right.
I thought you would go with a more updated guy like Steph Curry as a three-point shooter, but you went like a generations ago.
Yeah, I was going to agree with Todd because I kind of have the same thing where my basketball knowledge is like 90s. That's when I stopped giving a shit about it. And like, so I know like, is Anthony Hardaway still a thing? Like,
Oh, Penny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Penny still around?
Yeah, he's still slam dunking it with the little sprite guy, little Penny.
And then, Hakeem Olajuwon, he's pretty cool. David Robinson.
Attack?
Yeah.
You want to talk about the Shaq attack?
We got all our knowledge from NBA Jam, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Or Space Jam. If it's not on those two, I don't know anything about basketball.
You watching the Michael Jordan, the last – what is it called? Last Dance?
No.
Oh, no.
It's an amazing documentary. My wife's not a basketball fan by any stretch of the imagination, but she enjoys a good documentary, and it does a really good job about like placing you back into the 90s. The music they play.
Oh yeah, nice.
It's really cool. We did so I started the show with an analogy, and we had a conversation as a text in our text group, the litmus test. Yeah. Which I thought was a common thing for people to say. Like,
me too. I made fun of Todd about it to Brittany, and like I made fun of Todd to like my wife about it. Like he hasn't heard of this, and she was like, "What's that?"
So the scientific litmus test is to test the acidity or the what's the other term? Alkaline,
yeah.
Of paper, or it's a little piece of paper you dip in the water.
Yeah, you like if you dip it in a pool to test
the pH.
Yeah, the pH balance. Tester. So, but I thought it was a common phrase when people would use it like, oh, so you can test the litmus test for someone's personality is if they like hot rod. You'll most likely get along with that person.
Yeah. Nope, never heard it.
Yeah, the best part was like Brittany was like, yeah, I agree with that test or that text, and she didn't even know what the test was. But she agreed with the text. So I was like, all right.
That's code for stop talking to me, man.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I thought litmus test was definitely a common saying. Well, maybe it's because we watch ESPN and Todd doesn't. And the ladies
clearly.
Don't. So ladies and Todd don't know what litmus test is because they don't watch ESPN all the time.
Yeah.
And that's like their common phrase for like any sports athlete about anything. Yeah. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, I blame ESPN, and that's why you don't know it.
And we got all our sports talk out of the way for the next
turn.
Year.
You blame Disney, correct?
Yeah, but yeah, hopefully all the lady brains
get off Disney's back. They're losing money hand over fist. You son of a bitch.
That's nothing compared to them. Only 21 million.
21 billion.
Yeah, that's nothing.
That's a huge difference. Oh my god.
They'll be fine. Dude,
that's a lot of money.
Yeah, I was wondering too, like with all these movies and stuff getting messed up, does this mean like next year there's gonna be no new movies, like live action movies?
That's a good point. The whole like, there's like a dead zone. Like everything would have to catch up.
Yeah, like nobody's making anything right now. So like,
Well, they're not showing anything either, right?
yeah, I guess they're
Right.
not releasing new movies, but like still, we're gonna hit a point where all the movies that have been made have to get released eventually.
Yeah. Well, we kind of talked about it a couple weeks ago about how eventually, since they postponed the big blockbusters, got pushed back. So that's just going to kind of push everything. Essentially, like honestly,
now.
from March till the end of May, we all just lost that point of our lives, entertainment-wise.
Yeah. I just wonder if it'll be like an even bigger effect where like there's just like no new seasons of shows next.
I was thinking about how they filmed commercials, like how they're going to film new commercials even.
Right? We're going to have the same advertising for like the next year. This is going to suck.
Some people have been using the same goddamn commercial for 20 years, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Shout out to Geico.
Like, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but like you're like, oh my God, I remember when I was in school and they played this commercial.
Yeah, Geico.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing a bunch of cavemen again. And
Yeah.
let's go back to that. Where's the beef?
Where's the beef? That was Burger King, and that was before we were even fucking born.
I know.
Like, I remember that.
Yeah.
Where's the beef?
6-pack challenge is in full effect tonight with some Michelob Ultras for
Nice.
those keeping score at home.
So you already finished the first one?
No.
It's doing tight.
It's weird to sneeze on a podcast. I'm trying to.
Didn't even hear you.
Yeah, I usually don't do that.
Just too excited, I guess.
Yeah, it's weird. All the sneezes and bodily functions seem to go away. I sneeze a lot lately. There's a lot of pollen out.
Those damn birds, eh?
Yeah, I've been super into birds lately, man. Like it's starting to get weird.
I saw your new setup.
Yeah, I got a new bird feeder set up right now, and that's all I want to do is watch that instead of record with you guys.
So, well, you can look at them and listen to me talk, but turn the other way. Yeah. You got 2 different ones. Like,
Well, I got a hummingbird one, and then like
that's what that red one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got like a regular one with seed, and it was crazy, dude. You can buy all kinds of different seeds and stuff. I don't know. They're like,
I don't know a
what
damn
kind of
thing.
what kind of certain birds do you want? I didn't even know how to fill the thing up. I just spilled it everywhere.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm having fun watching birds now. I've been seeing a cool.
Corey's ascension into just becoming an old man has accelerated tenfold in the last 3 months.
They're just making fun of me, but I don't know. I'm liking bird watching. It's enjoyable.
This is literally what you're gonna do when you retire. Like, you're already doing it now, though. So
You don't get burnt out on it until we all get there, man.
Right. The weird thing is I'm not even on isolation, so it's weird why I'm going crazy and getting into puzzles and birds because I'm still out working. Like, there's no reason for this spin out. I don't know.
it's true.
Who knows?
Maybe I don't know. You're being creative in a way. You're putting puzzles together, and you're getting inspiration from your bird friends. And
I've just been like super into nature lately.
Yeah, nature.
All I watch is
sure.
nature documentaries. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, I'm right there with you, brother. Got my nature.
That's your nature. There's something about like, being in your 30s. Just start to get into nature. I know my brother-in-law said he's doing the same thing. He's getting into shrubs and shit. Yeah. He finds it interesting. Weird stuff that you like when you're 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I understand that. If your hobbies are changing.
You'll be there in a few years, Tyler.
Yeah, I'll be at 40s.
You're gonna be turning 40 and you'll be selling all your toys and
Wanting to
watching
buy bird
with
feeders.
Yeah.
But then I'll have the best fucking bird feeders.
I know, right? He's gonna get the collector's edition.
Oh,
and shit.
Yeah, the return that he'll get.
Does Disney make a bird feeder?
Well, you'll probably get better birds. That's what you'll do.
I want it more, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I respect it more.
I respect it way more.
I did see that. Speaking of Disney, shitty segue. The crutch of
Whatever.
the old crutch of a segue. The old speaking of. I heard they might buy WWE.
I'm not surprised.
How insane, like, is that it's literally just going to be, hey, we got everything. Where Disney owns everything.
Yeah, they pretty much already do. And WWE is pretty much already Disney. So what's going to be the difference, you know?
Does Miss Elizabeth become a Disney princess at that point?
Probably, yeah. I see some animated spin-offs.
Oh, dude, animated
Like-
Macho Man. Yes,
They already do weird shit like that. So
I'm into this now. Thinking a cartoon Macho Man. I would watch that.
You could, if they told me like, oh yeah, Disney bought it 2 years ago, I'd be like, oh, yeah, that lines up. That makes sense.
right, yeah. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that WWE would sell to Disney, and I'm not surprised that Disney is able to buy just whatever it wants. So
yeah, I in the article I read, it talked about how essentially they thought WWE, that is the they, pronouns pal. We were like really thinking that WrestleMania and Raw and SmackDown ratings were going to go through the roof because everyone is at home quarantined, and that's not the case. And it's like, no shit, it doesn't look normal. Like,
yeah, it's fucking weird.
It's super fucking weird. And that's the same thing with like the people that are like, this UFC event that's tomorrow night, so this episode comes out Monday, so this would have happened the weekend, so we can't really talk about it. But
it was great, eh? It was great though, wasn't it?
No, it was stupid because no one was in the crowd.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like,
Maybe.
It's like watching bum fight videos. Like, what are we watching here?
Yeah, it seems like it'd be a bit more like gruesome to just hear these two guys beat the shit out of each other.
I don't want that.
Just hear them grunting and the smacking. Like, I don't know.
Can you hear them talking to each other? Like,
oh, I'm sure you probably will.
they're like, hey, I'm about to headbutt you.
I'm sure you did. Yeah, you definitely did. Yeah.
In the UFC, for sure. Those boys don't know how to call spots like a goddamn professional wrestler.
I feel like with no crowd, you'd hear that so easy, though, even if they're whispering. To talk to each other and like.
Yeah, I mean,
they could turn down their mic, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, that's just what they do. They just cut the mic or cut that audio feed. But I don't know. It's the same. I know this is way too much sports for Los Lost Boys, but people talking about football already because the schedules just got released and all that, and it's like, I'm not getting excited for empty arena football. Right. That's fucking weird.
I don't even like it with an empty arena, so yeah, it's gonna be weird.
You're used to watching no one watch your sport, hockey. There ain't no one in the fucking stands for hockey.
That's like a normal way to sport. Anytime I've ever played, there's been nobody in the stands. Just
think the same amount of people that watch you play are gonna watch these people play.
Yeah.
He means zero.
I get it.
It was an insult, you son of a bitch.
It's not an insult. I take it as a compliment. I'm rubber, you're glue.
Yeah, anything with a no crowd atmosphere that's supposed to be a packed house atmosphere, it's gonna be fucking weird. So
yeah, I couldn't imagine doing it in front. Playing football in front of no one, and like it's not like us playing backyard football in front of no one.
Yeah,
it's because in backyard football when there's no one there and you're like, I'm taking a play off because I'm exhausted. You just did, and it was like, okay, there's no one here. I'm not. Who am I trying to impress?
Right. Yeah. But the thing, it's worse with wrestling just because the fans are more a part of it than just like spectators. So
I feel like that
their interaction.
UFC's
they're all frozen.
Yeah, I feel like UFC is definitely going to be like the weirdest because that's just like a regular fight with nobody there cheering.
Fuck.
Like,
yeah, and it'll be especially weird. I don't know. Would you pay full price for a UFC fight that is empty arena style?
Yeah. No.
So you're ordering the fight, Corey? You're a fucking liar.
Yeah, I'm not ordering a fight. Like, come on. The point is moot.
Well, and that was another thing. The whole people were like, it's going to be one of the highest selling UFC fights of all time. No fucking way. People, I've never ordered a UFC fight personally just to stay at home and watch it. And if you can't get together, that's the whole point of UFC, was getting together in a group and watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I liked when we would watch it as a group. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily watch it just like sitting by myself. But
Never.
It was fun when we did actually pay for like big fights, and we still do sometimes, but
yeah,
not since this shit.
No.
Why do I keep?
I think he's like keeps freezing.
As long as Corey is good, we just roll with it, and sell it, Todd.
The weird technology nowadays, man. It's like a weird way to record now. You have to like rely on an internet connection now so much.
Oh yeah.
That's like the only weird thing about like not being able to talk in person is like you have to worry about, hey, is my internet gonna hold up so I can talk to this dude?
Yeah. Do you think we'll ever go back to podcasting, or in general, do you think people are has this permanently changed the landscape of like, it'll just be perfectly acceptable to do Zoom calls with your friends?
I mean, yeah, like that's what you hear a lot of the big podcasts are saying, is that they like doing it like this now. And that, like, I know a bunch of comedians are talking about that. Like, why even go back to New York and do comedy when we can just do our podcast over Zoom and not live in a shitty city? I thought that was crazy. Like, a bunch of people are thinking of like leaving bigger cities because they're like, I don't need to be there. Like, if you're like a non-essential worker,
that's a really good point.
Yeah, you don't need to be living in like a fucking expensive ass shitty city. You can just be like, I'll work from home somewhere nice and quiet where rent's half the price.
Could you like, and then investing in like a room at your home it'll pay off a lot long term, rather than like living in New York, paying the crazy amounts, when you can just have your own, like, it's one thing though if you're up and coming comedian, I'd imagine. Yeah. You kind of need to be like on the ground, but these established acts, like, why would you? It's the same thing though. They want to feed off the crowd.
Yeah. But yeah, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of them switched over to where they can make good money off the podcast. So
yeah, I don't see how
you
can
do
do
a podcast specifically.
Yeah, and you can't do a comedy show with no people like laughing at it.
Yeah, or they'll just go on the road and do like road shows. You can just travel for a weekend and go to a different city. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like it'd be weird if a bunch of people start moving out of the city, though.
You know what else is fucking weird, Corey?
No.
Imagine if your parent or loved one died, you went and cleaned out their apartment, and you found a fucking freezer with a body in it.
That would be crazy.
Like, a decomposed beyond recognition. They couldn't tell if it was a male or female. It would have been so decomposed.
Like 10 years or so, right?
And then like everyone it was an apartment building. Everyone said like, oh, the lady was so nice and so kept to herself, but she never did let a maintenance man in. Red flag.
Yeah. Well, and she had like duct taped around the freezer too, that the body was in.
Yeah.
But so they probably, have you looked more into that since then? Because they probably maybe updated it.
No, this is Los Lost Boys. I read the headline and formed my opinion immediately.
Oh, well.
I bet it was like her friend came over to play like backgammon with her and like just died, and she was just like, oh, I don't know what to do, because like nobody knows what to do if somebody dies at your house. So she was just like, fuck, I'll just stuff this thing in the freezer. And
she's like, fuck, I guess I'm gonna have to burn my freezer because I'm not gonna be able to can't store my meat in. Ooh, that's hardcore if you stored your meat in there with a body.
No, she doesn't know how to like do technology, so she couldn't figure out her phone to call anybody to tell her that there's a dead person there. So she just had to hide it. And yeah, and then after a while, it was like, oh shit, I didn't say anything. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, you think there's the chance though that it was like her grandson murdered someone, and they're like, he's like, don't worry, I can stash it in my grandma's attic.
Oh. Yeah, maybe she didn't even know. Who knows? Well, she didn't let the maintenance guy in. She definitely knew. She definitely killed someone. So
Yeah, but we all know people that probably haven't killed someone, and they're like particular, and they're like, we don't like people in our house.
Yeah, maybe he knew that about her already, and
He was taking advantage of it.
yeah, you just figured out the perfect murder, Tyler.
Or and it's the guy that cleaned out the place. Like, oh, there's a body in here. I would have never have guessed. Grandma's a murderer.
Yeah. Yeah, it could have been just a maintenance dude too.
well,
Threw the body in there.
we'll never know because, like Tyler said, this is Los Lost Boys.
I wish there was a way to find out.
Yeah. If only we had a producer. Like,
Or just clicked on a fucking article and read it.
I read the article. The article didn't have a conclusion.
Oh, that's good.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Sure, I'll find it. I'll be the producer. Oh, it's gone. It's gone.
Oh, you're gone.
And
Just ask the Zoom Lord if it figured that out too, like it's figured out everything else in our lives.
Oh, the special Zoom magic button
Yeah.
that like makes noise work.
Just ask Elon Musk or Tom Cruise to figure it out because they can do anything they want. Did you see that Elon Musk had a kid and named it something unpronounceable?
Yeah, we all saw that, but
What
I'm
was
a
it,
fan
like
of.
Jason or something, but it like all spelled weird.
I legit don't know.
Oh, somebody like cracked the code on whatever it was. It was just like a normal ass name, but he put like nerd letters to it.
No, it's not. It's like X Archangel something like that.
Oh, I thought it was just something normal like Paul.
No, because it's so he had a baby with Grimes, and Grimes is this like she's very I don't know how to describe her.
Grimy?
No.
Frank Grimes?
No.
Oh, Grimes.
She's very different. She's very her own like thing. But
Like Lady Gaga?
yeah. Same, but different. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, so that I totally believe, and she told everyone what that code meant. But yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that she would name her kid something like that. So, and I think anyone that like knows her,
Like me?
no, not like you. The opposite of you. Like people like me
Oh.
and Megan, producer Megan.
Yeah, producer Megan was like, Elon Musk had a baby with Grimes, and I'm like, what the fuck is Grimes?
That's a whole sentence
Rick
I didn't
fucking Grimes or
understand.
Todd Grimes?
You've seen the video enough times. You've seen, you've been there for the music video nights, so you should be paying attention
I'm
and respecting the
blacked out
video.
fucking drunk by that point.
Yeah, he's right. He is.
Elon Musk has been weird lately, man.
I mean, he's
kind of
having
a
a
weird
kid. Yeah.
He's always been like a weird dude, but it seems like lately he's like getting super weird with like that freedom shit or whatever. He's been posting and like the thing about the stock prices and shit for his own company. Seems like he's just being weird right now.
He got to a point where he just don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, it's like he's smoked weed on Joe Rogan and then just got
It is a
weirder.
gateway drug.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, weed's bad for you is what I'm saying.
He mimicked smoking weed on Joe Rogan. I'll give him that.
Oh, he didn't inhale?
No.
Oh, sweet.
But I don't know. I can't like get inside that dude's mind. Like the guy who runs like 3 companies and
I feel like he's throwing up red flags.
smartest human on the earth. Like
I feel like he's throwing up red flags right now. Or something.
maybe he's not. Maybe he's just that super smart and weird that it's just he just does things every once in a while that are just outlandish to normal people, normal dumb people.
Like me?
I heard he's related to reptiles, though. I heard he was in that lineage.
Really?
Yep.
Like to the French reptilians or?
Yep.
Musk, very
He's
French
like
name.
He's like Edison's like great grandson or something.
That's Cologne. Cologne.
And Cologne is French for reptile. It makes sense.
It does.
He was trying to tell us this whole time. But no shit, he's gonna make a movie with Tom Cruise in fucking space.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Dude, it's like it's perfect though because Tom Cruise is the one actor who
who also is crazy.
Yeah, like that's like they're both natural habitat is in space, I feel like, amongst the aliens. And
that would be the weirdest fucking hang.
Oh, it's too much. It would be too much work.
Yeah.
Too much fucking work.
Just fucking like, being in the same room as those two. Yeah.
You want to chill and watch your birds, Corey? They don't even know what that fucking means. What's a bird feeder? A bird we have to watch it? No, you just shove it in their mouth.
Those guys are fucking out in space, man, for real.
Yeah.
You would just sit there and listen to them talk, though. Like,
no, I don't respect either of them. So,
do you think Tom Cruise could play Elon Musk in the Elon Musk story? Because I think that'd be good.
Who's gonna watch that fucking movie?
Oh, he's Starman. In the end, he takes the helmet off, and it's actually Elon Musk under there. And this is Elon's like clone that's just going crazy this whole time. So
yeah,
his replacement clone. He's actually Starman out there, and that's the movie Tom Cruise is going to make. And at the end credits, at the last scene, it's going to be. Are you listening, Tyler? Are you listening?
He's not listening at all. I'm listening. I'm hanging on every thread.
Don't call me out for deleting a topic and moving the show along, you piece of shit.
I didn't have anything to finish that with. So
because when you start bullshitting, you just like hurry up. I need an exit. I need an exit.
Does someone want to like just let Tom Cruise and Elon Musk know that they can kind of do space without actually going to space?
Oh yeah. I mean,
like Gravity. Maybe show them the movie Gravity and be like, "Yeah, do you realize Sandra Bullock wasn't in space this entire time?"
No, Tom Cruise is method, dude. That's how method he is. I bet Shia would go to space to do a movie. That's how.
Daniel Day-Lewis is already in space.
Right.
He's so fucking method.
Yeah, that's all it is just method acting. I get it.
It better be a real fucking movie and not just like something that's played at Epcot.
It'd be cool if it just kind of turned out where it was like okay, but nothing like groundbreaking like that Boyhood movie.
What if it's like the old joke on The Simpsons where when they're making the Radioactive Man movie in Springfield and Homer and them are visiting the set and they're painting cows. No, they're painting horses with cow colors. And they're like, yeah, you got to get cows to look like cows on screen. You got to use horses. And like a space movie doesn't look like they're in space.
Just completely different. Yeah.
Gravity was done really well. I watched the special features on that and the stuff that they had to do to like achieve that, them actually looking like they're in space, like zero gravity and stuff. It's actually pretty crazy. They had like a harness. They had spun them around and they had this box where they displayed the movie. Like they actually put them in space and displayed that 3D like image around them. They made whatever scene they were in like an actual 3D virtual image or whatever, and then shown it on the walls around the actor, and like had this weird contraption so the camera could go in that room and out and spin around. And
yeah, dude,
it was really cool.
And we're like, let's make a movie with our phone.
Yeah. Death Watch was filmed on an iPhone 4.
Right.
Yeah.
It'd be nuts if they went out into space and when they did film it, it was just like a green screen. It looked like a green screen.
It just looked
like on camera.
Shit.
Right.
No, like it was just it was just straight up green screen once you get out there. That would blow my mind.
Conspiracy.
Yeah. The flat earthers weren't right, but like, yeah, green screen. There's just like
space is just a fucking green screen.
Like, shit. Yeah, that would ruin everything.
Yeah, it would. It really would.
That's always the thing that like it was just like if you are a flat earther, like, and you're right, and God, imagine your mind would blow.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like they probably think they're not right.
Flat thing?
Yeah. I'm just saying, if you believed it and then you found out it was like legitimately flat and you were right, and wouldn't your head just explode? Like your whole world is that different.
Whatever.
They came out and told you it was flat like tomorrow. That wouldn't change anything?
Yeah, you'd be like, you can't trust a fucking thing that they ever told you before.
Because that would suck if they were right.
Yeah. Exactly. The whole reason they don't want to talk about ancient civilizations.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I could see why people like censored topics back in the day because it would just blow everybody's mind.
Didn't Alex Jones, that guy, get censored some more?
Yeah.
I know YouTube's taking down all kinds of shit.
Yeah, YouTube's going crazy taking down everything. That's like COVID unrelated or whatever.
Does that mean we're getting taken down because you just said COVID?
No, he has to use the tag. It's people tagging COVID.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That makes sense.
But do you get taken down if you talk about that pandemic thing that they keep taking down?
I don't know, man. We're like an unsure. Like, if you heard this on YouTube, God bless them because they let it slide. If you heard this on iTunes, yeah, cool.
Isn't that weird that you have to worry about
the podcast?
Yeah, you have to worry about talking about that documentary.
Yeah, that is
Which
weird.
It seems like it's a very popular documentary because like everybody I've been talking to has been like heard of it now. Like I had random guys at work being like, "Hey, have you heard of this?" It's like not just conspiracy circles anymore.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's like not just like weirdos who are like look into shit like that, like weird, like me and you. But like even I got home and Brittany was like, "Hey, have you seen this?" And I was like, "What? You know about this?" That blows my mind because like she's not
mainstream. They call it being mainstream, Corey.
I don't know. It's weird seeing a mainstream conspiracy, I guess, that I thought was like, I don't know, frowned upon, I guess, to say.
I'll wait for the documentaries that are 5 years from now, 10 years from now, that expose all this when they're okay to talk about it because
I don't think
they shit at that point.
I don't think they would ever want something like this exposed though. If this were actually like real, I don't.
Yeah, have you watched it at all, Tyler?
I've watched one. I don't know what the one you're referring to is.
So the one I watched was with the
doctor
female
lady. Yeah.
Mine was hosted by a guy that showed a lot of B-roll of him walking around.
Yeah. And
he does fancy himself, but he's a handsome gentleman. So I mean, more power to him. You know.
I guess if I was going to put my neck on the line for a documentary, I'd want
a shitload of B-roll. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, she worked with like the AIDS.
That
France.
That whole AIDS thing was like mind blowing when they were talking about that. Where it was like she figured out AIDS like before it was like a pandemic, basically, and could have got rid of it. And they were like, "No, we want more money." Yeah, it was like definitely shit where you're like, "Oh man."
Are you surprised? Is anyone surprised?
No, I wasn't surprised by anything. There was nothing crazy.
Shouldn't be.
That's what shook me about that one too. That made it kind of believable. Is there was nothing crazy because like she was even like, "Hey, I'm not an anti-vaxxer," and I was like, "Oh man," I was like,
"Yeah.
Shit, you're not like." You're not saying anything crazy right now. Like, she's like, I'm actually into vaccines. Vaccines are good for you. And then she also didn't blame the government for like spreading corona, which she said it was like probably created in a lab, but it could have been an accident. It got out. She wasn't being like, oh yeah, they're giving it to people.
Well, yeah, because
they are fudging the numbers, but they didn't.
So,
it could be an accident.
I sent you that. And I didn't realize that was the same one that you sent, but you said that it would take 800 years for it to naturally go from SARS to, or whatever SARS we had, to this new SARS COVID, right?
Yeah. This strand, she said she said genetically it would like the way evolution works and the speed that
for it to naturally mutate and whatnot.
For it to mutate into what it did, she said it was possible for it to become that, but it would take 800 years and it only took 10. And I don't know. That sounds like science. I don't know. So I was like, I believe it. I don't know nothing about mutations. And
yeah, that's the problem.
I know.
That's been exposed too about how like a guy can be like, hi, I'm interviewing so-and-so who is a Harvard graduate, a doctorate. And then at the very end of the interview, he's like, this is just my buddy.
Yep.
And you just believe it because you're told.
Yeah. I don't know enough about science to be like, she's wrong. She said it very confidently.
That's why you just got to turn heel, Corey, and just support the bad guy corporation.
I don't know. I'm so against corporations that all this makes sense to me, and I believe it all.
Yeah, Corey will never turn heel in that fashion. He will die before he turns heel, like John Cena.
I don't get that reference.
Yeah, you do. You get it. You know it.
I know who John Cena is, yeah. But all that stuff made sense about the money too. The whole.
You got to explain. Some people haven't heard this.
I know. I'm trying to explain it to you. They made a thing that they were talking about money. So, basically, the whole reason that the virus is even spreading is so people get money off of the, They can get money off all like the prescriptions and shit, and they can get
when they file, like when a hospital files that they have a coronavirus patient, or they get a certain amount of money, and if they're on a respirator, they get even like double or triple the amount of money through like the Medicare. See, I don't even know, like
insurance basically insurance pays out if they have a COVID case. So they are misdiagnosing and just giving people COVID cases.
Right, yeah.
Then they had like a bunch of doctors talking about how they were getting pushed into saying that people had COVID.
Right. Which leads me to that article you shared with me, Corey. The guy tested a goat and a papaya plant.
Yeah. They were just, it was a goat, a papaya plant, and like another fruit and another animal. And
he just labeled them as people, sent them away to the lab, and they came back positive.
Yeah. Because the shit's just like, they're just giving it out to like anybody. They're like, oh, if anybody died with, that was another thing. They were like told if anybody died with a disease, like that has to do with the chest, just say it was COVID, blah, blah, blah. And they're counting people who die with corona as a corona death instead of people who die of corona.
Yeah.
Which is like a huge difference. Like,
so they probably want to inflate the numbers because everyone already had it later in 2019, late in 2019, like November, December-ish. A bunch of people were sick in the United States with like a flu that it was pretty bad. I mean, I remember it. People at work and a lot of people were sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other side of the coin is, because I got a little bit of inside information because of my real life job outside of being the highest paid LLB personality.
You earn it. You deserve it.
Our local hospital greatly over-prepared, overreacted. If you look at just if you were to look at like just numbers on a piece of paper, they overreacted. In real life, that's what you wanted though, because it's prevention. You didn't want like everything to go crazy. So it kind of debunks your whole like the hospital's in it to make money from insurance companies.
Well, it's probably not every hospital though.
Right.
Maybe you actually work for a reputable one that's not treating people like numbers.
Well, I mean, it's just there wasn't that many cases in our county.
Yeah, they didn't get the memo to lie. Apparently, we don't have a fucking fax machine here.
Yeah. They're like a fucking. Well, that's your first problem. Send it on fax machine.
It's hard to get the conspiracy out. Yeah.
Email that shit if it's important, David.
I know, but then the government can watch it.
He's walking around stapling it to like light poles.
Like, dude, nobody's watching faxes anymore.
We sent you a telegram, you piece of shit.
Well,
all right, all debunked. Never mind.
Debunked.
Don't watch that.
By the way, the doctor who stitched
he's a fucking piece of shit.
Whoa, hold on.
Sorry.
Whoa. Todd come out the gates swinging.
The doctor that stitched my nose up was he's a very nice man, Corey. Okay, so you watch the way you talk about him, but he works at the same place that Tyler does.
Yeah,
and he said pretty much the same things that the doctors in that video were saying about like herd immunity. Right. And, we have to be out in it. Like
he's reputable.
In order for our immune system to work the way it's supposed to, we have to be exposed to stuff, because if you have like a boy in a bubble and you let that boy out of that bubble, he's going to get sick as fuck because his immune system has not had to deal with anything. And that's what we're all doing right now. We're all sitting in our little bubbles. Right. And once they're all like, okay, we can start coming back out, people are going to start getting sick again. And
they said it wasn't just COVID that they're going to get sick of. They're just going to
exactly. Other germs, other things that everything they haven't been out there getting exposed to. When you're at the grocery store and you just grab the door to open up like the freezer section, you don't even think about it, but like that's something that you just
grab it with my mouth.
It's not like you're down there like licking it, like you touch it, and you're not supposed to touch your face and stuff anyways, really, until you wash
I'm a face toucher. by the way,
Oh, yeah.
guys. I released a vlog today, which you can find on our YouTube channel. And when I was editing it together, I was just like, dude, all you're doing is touching your face while you talk.
Your fucking mask was barely over your nose, too.
Oh, I hate masks. I marked that down on my – so we all got fit tested for the special mask and all that, and I had the big whopping Bane mask. But, like, you have to, like, mark down, like, are you claustrophobic when it comes to things on your face? Fuck yes, I hate it. I hate things on my face. I hate like a football helmet always made me feel like I had really bad tunnel vision.
Yeah.
I don't like things around my face unless they're boobies.
Well, that's another thing they said. We're not supposed to be wearing masks either. So, well, I haven't when I got out. When I got out in public, I haven't worn a mask. So
I wear masks because it looks cool. It looks like I'm giving a shit.
I give a shit. That's why I'm not wearing a mask. I give a shit about my immune system. I want to be dirty. Give me all the dirt.
Tyler's just virtue signaling.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
We need one of those.
For sure.
Yeah, we do need a good guy.
You hear me in the vlog go like, I'm not bringing my kids inside. I made them go inside. I waited in the car.
Yeah. Such a tool.
There's two Tylers. I'm a Gemini.
Yeah. We've had to wear them at work, and like that whole the whole video that we were talking about got passed around at work, and that's all everybody's talking about. So everybody at work is like about to throw a fit that they all have to wear masks because now everybody's on. They all took the red pill.
Speaking of, guys, she said we need to take our temperatures. I need you to submit me your temperatures for the Zoom meeting.
Jesus. I already got mine today, man. I have to get that every day.
Oh, I have to do that every day.
No, it's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you about to say, Todd?
She said, when you're wearing the mask, you're breathing in your own. If you do have it, you're breathing.
You get double corona?
Like,
Can you get double corona?
You're like you're infecting yourself or some shit like that. I don't know.
A corona Rita?
You got to watch the video. Everyone's probably seen it. Go ask your friends.
Tyler, you're the only one who hasn't seen it now.
Ask your friends if you haven't seen it. I'm sure they've seen it, and they'll send you the video or whatever. So.
And the guy who hasn't seen it is the guy who loves Disney the most. Just saying.
When Disney fucking makes it, I'll watch it, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
They're gonna vote it regardless.
I'll accept a George Lucas film. Star Wars Day, by the way, we didn't fucking say Happy Star Wars Week in the Hewitt household.
I don't even know what that is. Don't even know what that is.
Had a bit planned and everything, but then that got thrown out the window, got cut for Corona talk 4 weeks in a row.
Well, today is 5/8, so it's like May the 8th be with you. Talking about.
I thought you were gonna make like a 5'8" white guy joke, like every white guy's 5'8".
No, it was a weed joke. May the 8th be with you. Get it?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Bless you with an 8, sir.
Drugs.
8 ball?
Yep.
Still sell them in 8 balls.
I don't know what that is either. Do you ever feel weird when you don't know like the measurements of drugs when they're talking about it in a movie? You're like, I can't fathom how much that is.
I imagine an 8 ball of cocaine is just
like
a ball of cocaine the size of an 8 ball.
Billiard ball.
A billiard ball. That's what I imagine too.
That's a lot of cocaine, man. You can have fun.
Or like, I imagine
but I think in real
biker guy named 8 Ball.
I feel like in real life it's like a little bit though.
Yeah, go talk to 8 Ball in the back.
Yeah.
He'll fix you up real nice.
8 Ball. That's a good. Yep.
Yeah, people who actually do coke are just laughing at that. Like, how dumb.
All 4 of them.
Do you think there's only 4 people that listen to do coke? It's probably a lot of them.
Probably all of Michigan. In that shithole of a state. But we won't go there this week.
Yeah, we did Corona, so
we're not allowed to talk about
choose our battles,
stuff.
Pick our battles,
Even though it used to be LLB, just saying.
What you just saying? He's calling you out, Tyler.
Yeah, I was waiting for a response.
I didn't hear what he was saying.
I was saying we like to talk conspiracies. It used to be LLB.
Yeah, I let you talk. You started repeating yourself. That's why I intervened. You're just reviewing scene by scene a documentary you saw.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do, though?
And then they showed B-roll of the coronavirus clips that you can get off Shutterstock.com. And then he walked some more and talked to someone. And then a lady said,
But
I
thought,
know things.
aren't we
and you
just gonna
don't
do
know
that?
things. Big important words, big important words. Oh shit, this lady must be fucking for real.
I know, but isn't that all we're gonna do when we talk about Spider-Man 2099? It's just, hey, it's a
Watch your
No.
fingers on it,
yeah, see,
No,
it's the same thing.
no, it's not.
It's gonna be a shitty movie. Same old thing over and over again.
I don't want to talk about the movie.
You don't?
No, but I want to talk about Spider-Man.
What the fuck?
What were you going to talk about, bro? Go ahead.
Who's
You're
bro?
green, brother. Go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the green gimmick.
You can't do the facial, like, that's hard when you can't like point to the person that you're actually talking to. Yeah.
He's right here. You're right here. He's right here.
See, this is another reason we're gonna have to podcast live again, because we're not sure who Todd's talking to.
Yeah. Take two. Now, what were you saying, Todd? Corey, I bet you better edit all this shit out.
I was saying, what were you saying?
About the... I was going to say... Okay, I was just going to go down the list and segue to our Ninja Turtle topic.
Yeah, we were skipping
Because-
Michigan was the whole thing because we didn't
Yeah,
talk.
that
we
was
didn't
the
want to talk
joke.
more
That was an inside
conspiracy.
joke between us and if our Patreon listeners that were watching the pre-show Patreon exclusive. That was for them. A little inside dig.
God bless him.
God bless all 500,000 of them.
Oh, well, we might as well talk about Spider-Man real quick because I don't care about a movie or TV show or anything. Spider-Man is one of the coolest looking ones because all of his cool suits. So
Wait, just in general, Spider-Man is cool. Is the hot take that I can headline this episode with on social media.
yeah. That's why I watched the Venom movie. It's garbage, but Venom looks cool. And I mean, just please me visually. That's all you got to do, really. You know.
Well, right now, Spider-Man 20, whatever his fucking name is, 2099.
Yeah.
He's a visually pretty cool looking fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah, he is. That's what I'm saying. All of his suits. He has all kinds of different suits that all look cool.
Yep. Hot take. All right.
Could do. It's almost like 2084.
Oh my god. Just fucking throw this shit in the trash. This is a trash can episode. Oh, if you followed us on social media at Los Lost Boys Podcast on Instagram and Los Lost Boys on Twitter, you saw I posted a old clip that I made when I was a host of another podcast in a galaxy far, far away called Some Guys Talking. I did a parody, and I said something that you guys didn't capitalize on. Trash can cocky is a very funny thing because old dumpster confidence was a thing and a bit for a long time on this show. I think trash can cocky is better.
I don't understand what trash can cocky is. And
It's
I
the
wasn't
same
here.
thing as dumpster confidence. Like the
I
trash
wasn't here
can's
for
so
dumpster
fucking
confidence.
Cocky, he ain't getting thrown away.
Oh, okay.
And he's living in the fucking house, not like a dumpster.
That was even before Todd's time, so he doesn't understand that reference. So many different people on the podcast.
I understand what dumpster confidence is. But yeah, okay. Trash can cocky, that's what you said?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, they both work.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really throw either of them away. But I mean, you
I've
probably
thrown a trash can or two away in my life.
I was gonna say.
In it.
Jesus Christ.
After sleeping with your wife. So.
Well, sorry for derailing this whole thing.
April O'Neil, which fucking April O'Neil you give a shit about, you pieces of shit? God damn.
Corey doesn't care. I like the first one.
See, I like the second one. If we're going movies, strictly movies, I like the chick that was in Secret of the Ooze in the third movie.
Yeah, I like her too. But
the chick that was in the first one is the same chick from Halloween Town, the mom in Halloween Town. So that's cool. What do you think of celebrities watching movies with their fans? Like, that's what she's doing. That's why we brought it up. The first April O'Neil actress.
That's
is
the
gonna
first
watch.
one from the first one?
Yeah. That's a cool thing. Steve Carell popped in on The Office, watch along.
I saw the Community supposed to do like a full cast table read too, and
Yeah,
like
see,
with
that
like
stuff's really cool.
everybody from the beginning of the show, which was a big deal because like Childish Gambino like left. There was like a bunch of drama on that show.
Yeah.
Because like he quit to become Childish Gambino and didn't like the character he was being, and then Chevy Chase left on bad terms, and so it was like a big deal that they got the whole cast back.
I've heard Mr. Chase is
I heard he's
to work with.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what happened was like him and like Dan Harmon like didn't see eye to eye for a whole season, and like Dan Harmon ended up quitting one season because of Chevy Chase, and then when he got back, Chevy Chase quit because they didn't like each other. Yeah, there's like all kinds of drama behind that show.
Wow.
Yeah, they rotated through characters so like good though. I thought like they would just bring on new people, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot there's even new people on here.
I feel like I can understand how he would be annoyed by Dan Harmon. Probably like this old man, like he's taking a lot of falls, like prop falls and stuff, and Dan Harmon's just kind of he's a weird guy. He's a different guy, so
yeah, probably hard to get along with.
Chevy Chase is a weirdo too.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
he's got like that old school swag where like I'm from an old day. Just like he played his character in the show, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Well, I mean, he played himself.
Character.
He played himself. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Like fucking chum in the water attack.
Yeah. He played himself.
Speaking of people playing themselves, Nick Cage is going to essentially play himself as Joe Exotic, and people are pretty pissed because they wanted Danny McBride.
Danny McBride.
Danny McBride would be funnier.
So I heard someone say Dax Shepard. Did you say that, Corey?
No.
Okay, someone said it should be Dax Shepard, but I believe it. Yeah, I think I know who it was. Anyways, Nick Cage makes sense because I can see it. I can see Nick Cage with his mustache, like his goatee and
he's gonna go all
hair,
in
because he's got like his eyes. I think his eyes are gonna be because he's got like those blue eyes. Nick Cage has blue eyes, so and he's gonna look old and kind of wrinkly too. I think and skinny. So I think he'll be fine. He'll probably be able to do that weird accent.
I like that better than Danny
mouth.
McBride because I think Danny McBride would be more of just like, oh, it's just another Danny McBride comedy.
Yeah.
And give one to fucking Nick Cage. How many shit movies has he made since National Treasure just to keep his health insurance?
Right? A lot.
The answer is a fucking lot. He's kept Walmart's $5 bin afloat for how long?
Stuffed to the gills. No one's buying it.
It's just that witch movie that he was in. That's the only fucking thing that is in the $5 bin anymore. The good old days, back when we didn't give a shit if you just like. Could you imagine now? Like, hey, everybody, dig through a big fucking bin of DVDs. Everyone, like, no, for two reasons. I don't want a fucking DVD, and I'm not touching something someone else has touched. But back then, God,
dude, I just did that. I did that like a month ago at Walmart. They still have those bins when I didn't have internet. I dug through those sons of bitches.
They're gone soon. For good.
Maybe not. I figured they'd be gone already. Like shit.
Yeah, it is weird that they keep it there right now.
Honestly, when was the last time you bought a DVD, not a Blu-ray, an actual DVD?
A month ago.
I'm not surprised, Corey.
I can't even think of the last one I bought.
We bought I forget what movie it was, and it was like, I have a rule: if it was filmed like in the fucking 90s, they can't get much better than DVD quality. So like, I'm not gonna spend $30 for the Blu-ray when the DVD is $6. So I forget what it was, but it was one of those cases, and it was probably a movie that my wife wanted anyway, so I didn't give two shits about. So yeah, you can have standard definition.
You pay for the standard definition when you rent a movie on the Fire Stick, or you pay for HD?
HD.
Good answer. Right answer.
He's not a heathen.
It blows my mind if anyone is like on iTunes or whatever when you're going to buy a movie and you're like, sure, I'll pay $2 less to have a shitty quality movie. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Maybe if it's on like a smaller screen, it's not as bad.
I guess you're watching it on an iPhone 4 with Death Watch.
That's what you should watch Death Watch on an iPhone 4.
Oh, it's bestly consumed on an iPhone 4.
Yeah.
But an iPhone 4 plugged into surround sound.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, just watch it on your TV, surround sound. That's the best way, actually. Fuck that joke.
Corey, did you know they're making Bright 2?
Yeah.
We talked about Bright.
Yeah. I think they announced it like when that came out. Didn't they pick it up?
Things.
Yeah, they picked it up a while ago, but it's weird to see it back in the news. I hope that just means it's coming soon. Probably not. Can't film for like 2 years, probably.
So this is going to probably be an unpopular opinion, but I think a show like that and I think the Bright World, lends itself to a series way better than movies. I think
isn't that what they're trying with the D&D thing? Or
don't get ahead of yourself, Corey.
Sorry.
I think that you dump Will Smith because he's always going to be problem scheduling conflict wise. And you get some other guy.
He's not even that popular anymore.
He's super fucking popular.
What's the last movie he was in? Probably haven't heard of it.
Gemini Man?
No, I was talking. Wasn't it Bad Boys 3 too?
It was Bad Boys 3.
Yeah, and I saw that. They're so popular, so fucking good.
He's not even that popular.
But I think you get rid of him and you don't have to worry, and you just have more stories in that universe.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, I messing with my mind. Yeah, because it'd be nice to have him if he would do it. I mean, but he's not going to, honestly. But it is probably better to do the thing where you just restart the franchise kind of with the next one.
Well, no, you don't even have to restart it. Just same universe.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess.
You kill off Will Smith.
Or do the trope where he's
Will Smith. You're just saying, hey, you remember the movies we made, Bright 1 and Bright 2? Was called Brightness, the fucking series. And it's just, hey, it's a story, follow other characters that are in that world. Not just cops. Not just fucking super cops, D&D style.
Super cops. Yeah, I haven't seen the movie. I haven't seen Bright, so maybe I should watch it.
What the fuck, Todd?
I watched like the first 20 seconds of it, and I got the gist. It's weird.
You know, you got it. You're like, I've played D&D before. I get it.
Yeah, but they're cops. Okay.
Yeah. Oh. There's a wand. I've seen Harry Potter.
Yeah, magic and modern don't mix, bro. It's called science for a reason.
Yeah. So how often you been jerking off?
About once a day.
Oh, normal.
Yeah. Mine's been normal.
Mine's completely fucked because the kids are home all the time. Megan's home all the time. It's so like twice since this has started.
You're just
like I've lied and said, hey, I'm going to go podcast. I got to start the podcast. Come in here.
You're just a better gentleman than me then.
I thought you meant like.
Yeah, I'm an animal. I have the same problems, but I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just going to go disappear.
Let the boy watch.
You just shut the door, man.
Oh, you can't shut a door. That's the sign of, hey, come talk to me.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you just do it in the shower or something, or do it right now? Just do it right now, man.
I hope that's not why you podcasted with us.
How quickly you want to get kicked off YouTube?
Like
how famous y'all want to be, though?
Right. Well, I don't know. Probably not. I guess we'd make
probably be like everything else. They'll credit it to Todd and Corey jerked off on a podcast called Los Lost Boys.
Such a slap in the
Christ
face.
Almighty.
The two Todds and Corey.
We talked about Bright 2. Might as well get a pseudo sequel. They're doing 2084, which is sort of a sequel of. It's not really a sequel in the traditional sense, but they've said it's taking a lot of the elements of 1984, the really popular novel that I'm assuming most of you read in high school.
Didn't read it.
Todd
Haven't watched
Todd
the movie.
can't read.
Have you heard anybody tell you about it?
Yeah, it's Orwellian.
Nailed it. You know the premise though, where it's just like Big Brother's
Big
watching.
Brother. Yeah.
First 20 pages and you got it.
Yeah, he read the fucking back and got it.
Yeah, I read that little cover, like the little piece that's on the front cover that goes inside. Just
I get it. The government's intrusive, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Get it. I just get it. They're making a newer version, an updated version, obviously, because if you read it now, it seems silly because 1984 was an incalculable amount of years ago. And, like, how are we going to, like, we can't even compare things anymore. Like, we ain't putting in messages in these little tubes and putting them away, and a TV ain't just telling. It's silly. Black Mirror has given us our 1984 update.
Yeah,
but I'm excited for this movie because I was a fan of the book. That was one of the first books I ever read ahead of where I was supposed to in school.
Ahead of the class.
Like, I was just excited. I was like,
Voluntary
I'm just not going to stop reading this.
Yeah.
Like, fuck him. I'm not just reading one chapter. I'm finishing this sumbitch.
Yeah, that doesn't happen often in school. Where you
It's
get a book.
the only time. The only time it ever happened for me.
Yeah.
Wow, it must be a good book.
It's one that I would own if I were to be a man who owns books and not toys. If these shelves back here had books on them, that'd be one of them.
You'd be smart as fuck.
Oh, I could call it a library.
Yeah. You talk
the
fancy.
term.
You talk like Frasier.
Yeah. Oh, man, this just becomes a fucking Frasier podcast.
I would love to see Tyler just talk like Frasier, though.
He was a fucking podcaster before it was cool. He was a radio DJ.
That's
Yeah,
true.
good.
Yeah.
He was a radio psychologist.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I guess that is a pod because he would just record an hour show of him talking, basically.
When he took callers.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about this on air. We're going to try to do a special LLB live
Shit
tape.
show?
No, it's going to be live to tape because we ain't going to just let these fuckers ruin our fun.
We can't even do live to ourselves.
We can do live. We'll talk about it in the post-show meeting.
Yeah. It will be fun, though. I've seen a couple podcasts do it, and they're all shit shows, but it's fun. It looks like it'd be real fun.
What he's referring to in the shit show format is we let you talk to us. Corey, that guy,
Yeah.
will post the link, and in Zoom, he can hold you in like a waiting room, and you can come in at our discretion, and we can talk to you. We can chit-chat. That'll be a special show. It's not going to be our normal show. That'll be special.
Don't show us your dick or your...
You can, but we'll just edit it out painstakingly, pixel by pixel.
Won't be happy about it.
Some of us
won't give you recognition. You won't get the recognition, so don't.
Depending on what it looks like. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
He's all right. He's all right.
Like an average to below average, no. But you got that guy, that meme, the big black guy meme going around. He comes in, God rest his soul, beyond the grave.
That's had to have happened a few times now on YouTube Live, though. Somebody doing that.
See, I don't know how that works. I would assume it's like anything else. It can be reported, and then you get banned.
Yeah. Because I know, like, anytime that happens on Twitch, people make a huge deal about it. So, like, YouTube Live, I could see people making a big deal. Like, oh, my God, somebody showed something bad.
I'm glad you brought up Twitch because it's funny. One thing that the pandemic has jump-started and kick-started is Zoom. Everyone knows what fucking Zoom is, like a thing now. You can Google something and we can Zoom. It's become a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, every motherfucking celebrity has a Twitch channel, and all those recently fired WWE wrestlers, I'm not even fucking with you. 3 of them this week talk about their new channel they're starting. I'm thinking, the market has been so flooded with celebrity people taking our fucking jobs.
Here, God
damn it.
Well, can you blame them?
No.
I mean, they could just do that probably for the rest of their lives, right? Some of them.
Yeah, I mean, a
I
lot
mean,
of
Joe
people,
Rogan probably could. Shit.
if Joe Rogan was like, I'm going to play fucking, look at me play Sonic the Hedgehog, because that's how he sounds, right?
Yeah, you're nailing it.
Hey, it's Joe Rogan. Watch me play Quake.
Watch me play UFC Fight Night 92. Madden 94 a little bit.
Hey,
Smith Cowboys
hey,
off
it's-
tackle. Never
Joe
get
Rogan
tackled.
here. I'm going to play Madden.
You guys are really good at impressions.
Do it. Yeah, okay. We'll just keep going. Impressions, though. Corey is a DM, so you do impressions, though, when you're in the Dungeon Master.
Sure, for the bit.
They're making a fucking Dungeons and Dragons movie. Did you hear?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yep.
It ain't gonna be better than the one they already got with fucking Marlon Wayans and the other Wayans.
That was an official D&D movie. They didn't even put the name.
Called fucking Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
Got Jeremy
it's
Irons in
literally-
it. You
yeah,
can't get more fucking Dungeons and Dragons than Jeremy Iron.
I've never heard of that movie.
Yeah, neither have I.
What?
Was that like
No.
in theaters and shit?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I'd never heard of that movie. I didn't know they had
It
a.
is super forgettable, other than I know that Marlon Wayans is in it because I've always in my mind.
Is it a comedy?
Corey is the non-black Marlon Wayans. I've always thought.
Heck yeah, that's a good compliment.
They
Wait,
made
sure.
it 2000.
Yeah, is that a comedy then?
He's funny in it because it's him, but yeah. It's like
Yeah, I know, but like, is it supposed to be a comedy or like supposed to be like real D&D? Like
what I remember.
Dungeon Dragons.
How the fuck do you make a D&D movie?
I don't know. Just like it's just that world.
Is Lord of the Rings a fucking D&D movie because it's fantasy?
Yeah, basically, Tolkien.
Well, then it's been fucking done. You don't need to try and don't like. I don't understand. Like, we're gonna make a space movie. What? Okay, that's been done.
It'll
You
be
got to
like
be more specific.
D&D is getting like popular right now, so a lot more people are playing it and they understand like the rules and the classes and stuff. Bright was kind of a D&D movie.
Well, yeah, but I'm just
thought.
saying, how fucking silly is it to? It doesn't translate to me because D&D is so wide open. It's not like when you
Yeah.
play D&D, everyone does not play the same story.
Well, but you get the idea because like Rick and Morty and all them, they've done D&D episodes. Like everybody does like a D&D episode where they all play D&D and you.
Stranger Things, play
Yeah.
D&D.
Harmon Quest,
Yeah, Harmon Quest was huge. Community had a couple D&D episodes where.
Rollmates,
Shh.
Xanathar's Lost Boys. I think
There
was
you
a
go.
one.
But yeah,
XLB is where it's at.
I could see it being cool if they like stuck to that world. Plus, there's books. There's literally books. So I mean,
Books. We've established on this thing. Spider-Man wears a fucking cool costume, and there are books in this world.
yeah, there's D&D books that are pretty famous.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh my god.
So you're thinking it's just going to be one of them stories?
Yeah, like the Baldur's Gate or something like that. You know, all those video games. It's like Baldur's
Diablo.
Gate, Tomorrow's Wind. So they'd be basically making like a video game movie.
Okay,
Because
those are
more
successful.
people, more people.
Those are real fucking
have-
successful.
The
Little
like
Witcher-
Warcraft.
The Witcher was pretty popular on Netflix.
Yeah, because it was
Something like
rated
that.
R, and he just went fuck.
So what if
Fuck.
what if they did that with D&D? Just made it rated R.
If they made it rated R, that'd be pretty fucking cool. But then I'd be like, this is just fucking Witcher. What are we doing here?
Yeah, because
That's what I'm saying. They've already made this.
yeah,
They've made it with anything that is a fantasy movie that is world building. Game of Thrones, D&D movie.
I guess yeah.
Yeah,
You're not wrong. Oh, I understand your argument now. That
But
makes
I'm
sense.
gonna argue with myself here for a second because you're doing such a poor job with it.
Lord of the Rings.
D&D has built the brand. Dungeons and Dragons, the brand itself is very marketable right now. D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, is very like, ooh, that's a new thing. Its Q rating is going up in this world that we live in.
You think?
So we slap a generic ass story, a fantasy story. We call it Dungeons and Dragons. We got money, printing money. The mouse is happy. We're all happy.
Oh, good job.
Oh, you're doing great.
Oh man.
I love the just fucking. All
Well,
right.
last week it was Corey doing this to you, and now you're doing it to him and me. And
Oh, so it's my fault?
yep.
You're just like fucking Earl Thomas's wife, blaming him for trying to have a good fucking time. You piece of shit.
Trying to orgy.
Todd, did you hear this story?
No, I mean, I don't know anything about it.
You know who Earl Thomas is?
I do. He played on the Seahawks, right?
Big
Correct.
listener of Los Lost Boys. Earl Thomas. Him and his wife have a little argument. He's like, fuck this. She's like, fuck you, get out of here. He's like, all right, I'm getting out of here. He leaves. His brother picks him up. Brother, remember him.
The first thing
Brother
you
picks him
always
up. His
do.
actual brother.
Just like OJ.
Yeah, and the first thing you always do after your brother picks you up is what he did. That's what I would do.
You secure an Airbnb that's close by, and you invite some chicks over to have an orgy.
Oh my God.
Anytime
and
my brother
know what
comes
you got to
to
do
visit.
because it's 2020, so you got to do this, Todd. You log into your Snapchat and be posting shit and doing things on your Snapchat that you damn well know your wife got the same login information.
Oh my fucking God.
And she tracks down
And
where he
you're-
is,
and you're
shows
famous.
up with his loaded 9mm gun, but she took the clip out. Apparently, she didn't watch fucking Tiger King and know that there's still a fucking round in that clip.
Yep.
She points the gun at him, and he wrestles the gun out of her fucking hands. Cops show up. They're running around a car, knives, gun. It's madness.
What did they do? Did they arrest her? Or?
Because they're black, they shot them just
Oh
shot
God,
and killed them. They're
Jesus
dead.
Christ. This is Los Lost Boys now.
They arrested her, and then that was about it. He took like such a cavalier attitude towards it too. He was just like, life doesn't end up how you always think it's gonna.
When
Pray
you're
for us.
fucking a side chick with your brother in the same bed.
He just he just no-sold it and was like, yep, life's weird sometimes. Sorry guys, pray for us. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's all he said. I was like, that's a baller move.
He's a rich, horny celebrity. I mean, what do you expect him to do?
Plus, how do you explain that? Like me and my brother went out and had an orgy because I got in a fight with my wife. She almost shot me.
He's probably having an orgy right now.
Yeah.
I
think that's pretty fucking tits that he can just call up and be like, hey, orgy? They're like, yeah, sure. I want to be in
to say it.
Yeah.
His brother had it lined up immediately.
I want to be in
That's
his
his
friend
brother's
group,
job.
dude. We got to start hanging out with those guys.
One of us
Celebrities?
needs
Yeah,
to
that'd be fun.
So fucking rich that they just have like entourage style money where they're just like, yeah, I want to be
Gangbang?
so rich that I have like a side apartment.
for your gangbangs. Yeah, let's the three of us all have a gangbang together. That's
Well, see,
No girl.
here's the problem.
That's weird.
I would not gangbang in my apartment. I would just have all my toys there. Like, I got a special room. No, I got my own house down the road. It's just my little thing. I go and podcast in there once a week.
it stuffed to the gills of
Fucking
pop.
Funko Pops and wrestler figures. And those fucking, you goddamn right, you're going to have some real Ghostbusters. They're going to be in my grasp before you know it.
I hope so. I'll be watching. I'm rooting for you, dude.
Pray for us.
Don't just buy them online because that's not entertaining at all. I need to see you like actually find them.
You know what I'll do? Don't dare me to fucking bring them into a store, put them on pegs, and pretend I'm buying them and record it.
Hey, whatever. As long as you sell it.
Disgust me.
In my quest today, I was in some fucking Hicktown Walmarts, and I found fucking Funko Pops from fucking 2 years ago.
Wow. People there,
Maybe like
and country people
over-
don't really like Funko Pops that much.
I don't know, but they had newer ones too. What it is the buyer of that store is probably a fan of them and keeps buying them to get them in. But so I was like, oh shit, this was a really hard one to find. Mysterio from Far From Home, really hard
Yeah.
one to find. Walmart exclusive. pick it up, go check out, because I'm like, I'm just gonna like, I do that thing where I'm like, who can I fucking give this to? Like, who needs this? Check out. It's ringing up all weird. It's saying I need an activation code, and I realize, oh, it's one of those gimmicks that come with like $8 movie theater cash. Special, like, see your receipt to redeem.
What?
Like, well,
Fuck
that's
that.
weird. And then I'm thinking, well, maybe and then I put my card in and it got declined. And I'm like, well, maybe because they're thinking my card was stolen because I am so far away from home and I just rang up at a Walmart and now I'm ringing up at another Walmart. The lady walks over and she just touches my card. She just jiggles it. And it must be a thing in this hick town to just jiggle cards. That's how they work. I ain't going to question her. And she's like, oh, there it goes. She walks away and it's declined again. I'm like, what the fuck? So I pull it out, put it back in. It accepts. Okay, cool. Leaving, looking at my receipt. It voided the Funko Pop that I bought. And as I'm walking out, and I'm like, oh, I'm at a crossroads.
No way. I would just start running right then. I would just run straight to my car.
So I walk over, and if you've been in a Walmart recently, you know that they have like a very like in and out lines. And
Yep.
I was at the other Walmart, and I had a cart, and I didn't really need it to take it outside. So I asked the lady, I was like, hey, do you just want me to leave this here, or do I need to take it outside? She's like, oh, if you just want to leave it here, that'd be very helpful. I'm like, cool, yeah, no shit. She can just wipe it down. She don't have to, no one brings it in. The fucking asshole at this one was like, no, it has to go outside so it doesn't get mixed in. I'm fucking taking this Mysterio. I just kept walking.
Nice.
But thanks, Hickville Walmart. I got a fucking free Funko Pop off you.
Hey, crime pays.
Fuck it. Fuck you. Goddamn right it does. Ain't the first time, ain't gonna be the last time I take from old Wally.
Yeah, his kids, all they do is drugs, so they don't need that fucking money. Hey, how's it going?
LLB, Tyler.
What's that, 4 or 5?
This is the last one, 6.
Oh, shit.
I don't know how many topics we got left on deck.
Quite a few. I sent that Dungeons and Dragons picture in the Discord, too, for that movie.
Is Discord still a thing for our fans, or nah? Nah, man.
No.
I wish Discord was a thing for everybody, but you know,
Discord,
the world's not perfect.
I'm a big proponent of everything should just be on Discord now.
You like it now?
I've always liked it. I just hate quitted it one day when it was one of those things where you really need like that one person that you're counting on to be on board with it, and they're shitting on it, and you're just like, fuck it then, I'm quitting it.
It's not very popular like with people, which is surprising. It's like
I understand why you like it, and anybody who's on a PC for more than an hour or two a day for pleasure and not work, they fucking love it because it's just like having their text app on their fucking PC.
I feel like you don't. Yeah, I don't know why I like it so much, but yeah, it's kind of a weird thing that like, why do only PC people get it? I don't know. It's weird to also think that like how small of a population that is.
Yeah, but I'm also one of those people that think everyone should have a Facebook.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, if you're an adult human, I think you should have a Facebook just to it's a convenience factor for invites, and that's how it's been this last 10. I mean, not 10 years, but like honestly, like the last 3 or 4 years, Facebook's not what it originally was.
But you still feel like that though? Like you still feel like I need a Facebook?
I feel like it would be beneficial.
I thought it fell out.
No, you're a prime age for it.
Huh.
You might be you're not too young, but you're in that weird spot where you're not old enough to be posting the crazy shit that the crazy people post. So, and there ain't no young people on Facebook anymore. So it's just like,
so we are the young people?
Early 30s, late 20s people going like, man, our fucking parents and grandparents post some fucking racist and crazy ass shit.
Yeah, because the only good thing you ever see from Facebook is just some like post that you see on Reddit of like, hey, look what this idiot said on Facebook. It's the only time I ever see Facebook.
Yeah, I don't have any need for it. I mean, I don't get invited to things because of that, but other than that, other than that, I have no need for Facebook.
Yeah, we just miss a lot of parties, but that's about it.
Pictures. It's honestly, it's a nice place to have for like photo dumps of things. I've talked about that before on other forms of media.
Yeah.
That it's a good way to store your pictures and not have to worry that like they're ever going to be deleted.
Yeah,
now, if you're like, oh, but everyone's gonna, because the man has them all. Well, the man fucking has them all because they're in your fucking iPhone or your Samsung, or in Todd's case, his Walmart generic ass phone. Wally got your fucking pictures, Todd.
I only do disposables anyway.
Corey only uses fucking Polaroid cameras to take his pictures, so it just makes it. He don't even have to take it to a man.
It's strange to think that it wasn't like a huge thing to have phones on cameras like not too long ago. Like 2005 to 2009, when I was in the military, almost all my photos are for disposables. I don't have very many digital.
By the way, that's not how it was when you weren't in the fucking desert.
I know, but like they had digital cameras and stuff, but they still weren't like. They weren't like everybody had one, you know? Like you had to have like a special digital camera, and it's not like every person owned one. You know what I mean? I didn't own one.
I mean, this will date. So the first ever birthday or Christmas present I bought producer Megan was that special camera that had the selfie mode, where it had the screen on it was a digital camera, but it had two screens. It had a regular screen to take the picture, and then it had a selfie screen on it.
Yeah.
She maybe used it fucking one time, and then it was like, this is silly. My phone fucking does it. Cool, $170 down the fucking drain.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even think selfie was a term back when I'm talking about, though, either.
No, selfies.
Because I was taking selfies on disposable cameras, but they weren't like, you didn't call it a selfie. Like, then, I don't know. That's weird.
It's weird when people call group pictures that they take, like, hey, let's take a selfie.
Yeah. It's like the way you take it now. Yeah.
A selfie is a picture of oneself.
Well, I think it's taking a picture of yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it really is. It's if I'm taking the picture myself of us.
That's also the other super weird thing. So like, because I have a bunch of disposable camera picture that I keep around from my like deployments and stuff. It's weird to like look at them because you're also not in any of them. Because it wasn't like a thing to turn around and take a picture like that.
You would have been a real fucking weirdo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like almost all the pictures that I have from deployment are all from like disposables. So I'm in almost none of them because I was sending them out to like a couple of my old Marine Corps friends. He's like, hey, you got a picture of me and you? I was like, no, because that was like weird to.
How would you have done it?
Yeah, like we would have had somebody hold our camera. That's weird. Because like I was like, I don't have a picture of just me and you because that wasn't like I have a bunch of pictures of you, but I sent him a bunch of pictures of him, but like none of me. And like these
is a weird thing that it is. Yeah, that's really funny because I was looking through an old photo album of my mom's where we visited the zoo. And there's literally like one group picture of all of us, and then it's just a bunch of fucking pictures of animals. And I'm like, well, this doesn't fucking. I'd rather see pictures of my family and what we all looked, and what we were.
Than this fucking koala from 1997.
Oh, cool, a tortoise.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, it was the weirdest stuff that we took pictures of. Everything was different. Like, not a lot of yourself or people in pictures. I have like a lot of like landscape pictures or just pictures of things.
Yeah.
You don't do that a whole lot. I don't know.
Everyone at that point was like the mom that had just got a camcorder, and it's just like, I'm just recording the sun, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, because it's a pretty sun.
It like looks really nice to you, but then like it comes out on your camera, and you're looking at your little disposable pictures, and it's just like. The whole perspective's wrong.
It's like, what the fuck is this? It's all white.
Yeah.
It's just
what the fuck everything is this? Just a sand dune.
It seems like everything's like super far away and it's never as pretty as like you remember it being. It's weird.
Yeah, the perspective is all wrong.
It's so messed up. Yeah, and at the time you thought, "Oh yeah, this is beautiful. I'm going to take a picture of this."
It looked good through that super teeny tiny fucking window you had to look through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always strange how pictures are so much different from how you actually see stuff. I thought just adding like, this is like my dumb science brain working, is just put a fucking second lens there and everything looks exactly how you see it.
It's just binoculars.
Yeah,
just
but
take
like a
pictures
camera.
through binoculars.
Shouldn't that just make it look like your eyes? Like, why can't you?
Well, you're taking a
same-
3D. You're using
Oh, here we go.
two
Todd's
lenses.
gonna fucking mansplain it to us.
He's got the actual science on it. He's ready. Let's do it.
You're using two lenses to make a 3D image, but you're going to display it on a 2D picture. You can't display a 3D image on a 2D picture.
You can't even get like the same perspective though. Like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why can you watch a movie and it kind of feels like the same perspective? But you can't take a goddamn picture.
Well, you need to pay for those expensive movie cameras they got. That's why.
Yeah. Call fucking Elon and Tom and see if you can borrow. James Cameron's like, holding my fucking beer, guys. I'm making movies without even actors anymore.
It'd be funny as shit if the answer really was just binocular cameras and nobody thought of it. Like, holy shit. Like, we never thought of that for some reason. And it was like, oh, yeah.
For your bird show, you should have a binocular cam set up.
I'm recording from both my eyes, man.
Yeah.
This is what Corey's seeing right now.
Dude, I still get excited when people post those like pictures where like I can move the camera around the room.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, those 3D
like,
pictures?
Yeah, well, it's like not even 3D is like this is like VR pictures.
Yeah, where you can do like the 3D look though. I mean,
Yeah, you're in it. Yeah.
Oh, and like VR porn, not a fan.
I haven't watched any.
I
tried it out and it's like, what the fuck? I need to be directed on what to watch.
Wait, how you tried it out with like you had the goggles?
No, I just held my phone close to my eyes. Cupped it.
I feel like that's never going to work for me because I'm going to always be looking at the extras in the movie.
Well, it's like it's too distracting to be like, well, what's going on a little bit to the right, and you're like, okay,
I already do it
with
a
room.
Yeah, I already do it with movies that make you look like. But I'm always looking in the background. I don't know why. I love watching the background of movies.
And let's just cut to the point. I don't want to be close as I can possibly be.
Yeah. Zoomed in.
You like that close up? You like the close up of the action?
I do a little directing of my own with my phone. You can do the zoom in or zoom out.
Oh, really? Okay.
The old double tap on the iPhone.
Well, I've got some things to learn, I guess.
Well,
I don't have an iPhone, so.
Young Padawan, I will teach you the way.
Oh, I still need to make an account so I can log in and save my videos, you know?
Oh, you're a fool for not making your account. Anyone who in 2020 who's serious about ejaculation and you don't have an account, like, get out of here. Grow up.
I don't have one.
Grow up.
Nah.
Like, what do you got? Like, create a burner email account. Some guy's talking at gmail.com.
I feel like I have a broken brain when it comes to like social media and even like accounts like that. I feel like those accounts are tied to me and I don't like having burner accounts. Like, I don't know. I'm weird.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
My phone number. Look at my phone number and don't tell me that you didn't think when I said, this is my phone number. Like, this is a goddamn burner phone.
Because I still feel
don't live in Wyoming.
I feel like I can't comment on Reddit because like that's even though I can anonymously do it, I feel like it still moves towards my karma, and like somebody's gonna know that was me.
I agree with the commenting on Reddit. I'm not commenting on Reddit
because I could never go on and make a fake account and just be a troll. I couldn't do it because like I feel like that would
make person for that reason.
But I feel like that's like karma's gonna catch up with you if you're just like trolling all the time.
Tell me karma is gonna bite me in the ass for having a porn profile?
Yes, I do.
Jack Storm is fucking alive and well.
It's weird that you have like an alt version of yourself that you have to make a separate thing for it. I think that's weird. Yeah.
It's just to hide from one person.
No. Yeah, I don't know. Just let it be you though. Just own it.
No.
I get by just fine without an account and recommended videos.
I'm a big fan of algorithms and content that is made for me.
I know, but you can have that on.
I get what you're saying. I mean, you're selling it well, but I just don't want to go through the effort.
it's a dangerous game when you got these crazy people that'll tag thing. Like I assume it's like I've uploaded videos to YouTube, and you make the tags. I assume uploading videos to a porn site is the same exact thing, and you make the tags.
Yep.
And if some guy just wants to put in like granny pussy in a regular porn tag, and you like it, guess what, motherfucker?
Oh no,
your algorithm's broken.
Yeah, you're in a database now.
I want to say honestly, like all of last year, it took a while to dig out of the hole of having sons and moms, like that hole that you just get in, where it's like, what is going on? Like that's not why I like.
No, I don't think that's you. I don't think that's you though. I think that's just the porn industry puts that tag on everything.
But the porn industry is never wrong. History's proven.
No, I just think they don't make porn anymore that's not stepbrother porn or stepsister or whatever.
Or it's like a dad.
Yeah,
doing
I think
100%.
I'm almost confident 100% of the porns out now are all step somethings.
You're wrong.
Isn't that what it seems like though?
It does seem that way, yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, even incognito, it
doesn't matter.
It's all step. It's all step.
It's gonna be
step that.
I just don't understand
you can
why
still go incognito and have a profile bot. BT Dubs, Todd.
It's also super weird that like everybody calls that out about the step thing, and everybody's like, "Why are they doing that?"
Then we're all like, keep doing it.
I know, but everybody just watches it to watch it. But like, who's the one guy that really is actually into that? Because I still have yet to hear from that person.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, probably.
He's probably 15 and lives with his stepsister, who's 16
hot.
or 17. Yeah.
You have to be like in a very specific demographic, and it's weird that like, the whole porn industry is like catering to that.
No, so our Lord and Savior Joe Rogan said it best: is that they're just trying to it's trying to get more taboo. What taboo is left, so they're just running through it.
That's good.
Yeah.
It'll be something else later on.
That's actually a better
fucking their butts. Yeah. That's become commonplace. Now let's fuck their mouths. Well, that's become commonplace. Well, let's have the biggest mountain of a man we can do log splitting that bit. Well, that's become commonplace.
What's
exactly
next then? What's the next thing for real? If you had to put money on it right now,
hopefully it's the punching of the
prostate
during the climax. Yeah. Hopefully
that's going to be like the next huge thing. I think it's going to be alien porn.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it definitely will be.
Yeah, that's too niche.
No,
not for long.
Yeah,
everyone can.
That's going to be the next stepsister.
I have a mom, or I have a dad, or I have a step sibling.
Well, now everyone's going to have an alien that lives with them when they actually invade us.
The government finally admitted UFOs are real, so now it's going to be alien porn.
Because we're all going to have that little alien that lives with us that we want to fuck, just like in Mac and Me.
Yeah.
As long as they got a big butt.
It's going to be like the perfect story of like this alien. Like, oh no, I crashed my ship. There's only one way I could get home. I need some cum in me.
Oh no.
It's such, spotless.
My porno would start with a Doc Brown woman like crashing in with the DeLorean. And you know how like you got to put trash in the thing to fuel the vehicle, the DeLorean? It'd be semen.
So she's just milking you into that thing? Or?
Yeah,
Basically, it's going to be a bunch of aliens getting stuck on Earth and just like, I can't go home until I suck a dick. Like, yes.
Eventually, you're just going to be like, fine, I'll do it. Just get the hell out of here.
Yeah. They're taking our jobs. All the aliens.
Just don't want you living in my house anymore because I'm sick of daydreaming about banging you and watching nothing but step alien porn all day.
Yeah, that'll be after the regular alien porn, the step alien porn. Oh, so we got a good like 20 years of porn logged right there.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited. Let's see what they do. I'll be there. Will you?
Yeah, watching 3D. Watching 3D. I'll just be looking out the window.
That is birds.
That's what I'm imagining 3D porn is doing, though. Like, can't you look out the window and, like, in theory, like they're having sex in front of you, but then you can like sit there and look at the bird
theory,
feeder,
yes.
right?
If there was a bird feeder in the shot,
That's
you
what
just look
I know,
over
but
and
that's what I'm
focus
saying. That's
on
what
it.
I'll be doing. I can't handle 3D because I will be like, oh, what's going on over there?
So Corey's gonna lay on his bed with his VR headset on and look out a VR window while he jerks himself off, instead of just looking out his own window while he jerks himself off.
It's
Yeah.
okay. You can just jerk off to them birds in real life, Corey. It's okay. No one will say anything.
I feel like PETA might have something to say about it.
No,
They
no
don't
birds
know.
were harmed in this ejaculation. This ejaculation.
But several puzzle pieces were ruined.
Oh, I already figured
Permanently stuck together.
Yeah.
I heard you like nuts. That's what I'm going to say.
To the birds?
Yep.
Why are you trash talking the birds?
No, that's what I'm going to say when I come. I heard you like nuts.
How you
I'm
like
like-
these nuts?
Oh, yeah. That's a good. And then come
I
all
thought
over
it'd
the
be your
bird feeder.
seed. Like you want that seed? I'll plant this seed in your beak.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Seed. Yep, that's the way to
Yep.
go.
And
Yep.
Is that going to wrap up this episode of Those Lost Boys?
Yeah.
Well, tune in next time when we figure out what happened with Corey's seed mixed in with all that bird feed
Bird shit.
and bird shit.
I'm posting on YouTube.
That I didn't want to tell Corey this. He's all them birds are his little patio area is just gonna be covered in shit.
That's the beauty of renting.
That's the beauty of fucking your grill's gonna be covered in shit.
Got to cover.
Nature.
All right. I'm Tyler the Collector.
I'm Corey.
I'm Todd. Man.
You can find us on Instagram at Los Lost Boys Podcast, Twitter at Los Lost Boys, and on YouTube. Search Los Lost Boys Podcast. Subscribe. Like our shit. If you got
Please.
iTunes, if you got Spotify, if you got Google Play Music like a caveman, and you're listening to podcasts like a weirdo on like Podbean, we're on wherever you can consume a podcast, we're there.
And we love you.
Okay, bye.